Hello, hello everybody. Welcome again to another episode of Going Live for Migraine Relief. And today we get to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is meditation. And I do like this topic, but we're going to talk today about why meditation is difficult, or, what are some of our challenges around meditation and how to do it even better. All right. Oh, there we have Sherry joining us today. If you're here on the live call, go ahead and say hello. And then I will introduce myself. I have to adjust my straps here. Sorry. So I will introduce myself. And I am Diana Anderson, and I am the person who is helping people across the globe get rid of migraines. And at least, if people are either managing their migraines, being able to stop them, or get rid of them completely. And that's my passion. It's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it because I had migraines and they ruined my life, and I had to get rid of them so I could have a real life again. And that's what I want to share with other people, is having people get their life back. And that's what getting rid of migraines, or being able to control them and get them under control, will help people do, is get their life back. So that's my passion. It's why I'm here. I just want to help people get their life back and have no pain. So one of the things that are really, it's helpful if you can do it, is meditation. So I've talked to a lot of people and they really struggle with meditation. So I will give you a little bit about what happened to me when, I was able to meditate really, really well. And I'm going to tell you my technique that I used. And then I got sick with migraines and I couldn't meditate. I just tried and tried and tried and tried, and I really couldn't do it. So I know that feeling of when it gets hard and when it's such a struggle and you can't really figure out how to do it. So we're going to talk about all of those today, what meditation is and how to get better at it, and all kinds of things like that. So if you're here, please chime in, tell me who you are, tell me where you're from, and let's have a conversation about meditation. I want you to give me your feedback and and engage in this with me at this live stream. So just so you know, I am not a medical doctor. Yeah, I'm not giving. Oh, hello everybody for chiming in. Thank you so much, Narda and Shelly. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I was just saying, I'm not a medical doctor. I am a health coach, and I'm here to help people choose healthy lifestyles so that we can heal our bodies in the most beautiful way possible. And we have a lot of ability to heal our bodies. And meditation is just one of those beautiful ways that we can heal our bodies. So first, let me give you a definition of what meditation is. So a lot of people think of meditation just as just sitting there, and that's one way to meditate. There's a lot of different ways to meditate. Meditating is the act of giving your attention to only one thing. And it could be a religious thing, a religious practice, or not. It's a it's one thing or an activity for a way of calming and relaxing the body. So there's lots of different ways to meditate, and I'll bet some of you do it and you might not even realize you're meditating. So I'll just give you one example before we just jump into all the material. Is if you are totally focused on one thing that is in the physical, and I'm not talking about a thought or a work, because that's a different type of thing. But let's say you're just eating this incredible dessert and you're just very present with what the dessert feels like, what it tastes like, and how it's making your body feel, and you're just completely present with that dessert and no other thoughts are in your head, then technically you're meditating. Yeah, meditating is just being super present and focused on one thing. And what happens is, there's a lot of distractions around us. We have, lots of things to look at, and our thoughts kind of pop around. And we have to kind of entrain our body to know what it's like to just focus on one thing. Yeah, we have to practice it. So, we're going to talk today about why meditation can be so difficult for people to do. We're going to talk about the benefits of meditation and the types of meditation, plus some tips and tricks for how to do better with meditation. All right, so let's jump right in. And, feel free to make comments while you're here and, let me know about your meditation practice. What are your challenges with meditation and what does or doesn't work for you? So, a couple of thoughts about meditation. So, when we go inward with meditation, one of the big advantages of going inward and clearing out our mind. So, we're really meditating on nothing in the external world, just on the internal world. One of the things that happens is we get to clear out our patterns, our thought processes, and things that are um, blocking us. So let's say that, we have challenges and they're old patterns that we have where we're working from something that happened to us in childhood or some trauma. And we're looking at the world from, I don't want this to happen to me again. When we go into meditation and we go inward, we actually are at a place inside where the old patterns aren't running the show. And just information can come in and energy can come in and flow, and we've released all the blocks. So sometimes we have health issues because we are blocked energetically from thoughts and emotions and old patterns of our life. But when we go into deep meditation, we release those patterns. In that moment, there are no patterns. If you get into meditation in a good way, you're inside where there's no external thoughts running the show, no external patterns or memories. You're just being in this moment. So it's a beautiful way for healing because healing is blocked by past traumas. And so when you're meditating, you can do a lot of healing. And that's what I've been able to do. It's a great practice for people with migraines because it is very healing to the body. Okay, so I have to turn the page, you guys. Because I have notes because I can't remember all this stuff, right? So I just saw some notes that I didn't say. When we're in this altered state of consciousness through meditation, it's very empowering, and we can actually shatter our inaccurate beliefs. That's pretty powerful, huh? Okay, so turn the page. All right, so let's talk about why meditation can be so difficult. Yeah, and I have to cheat and look at my notes, okay? So one is that we're just too busy. We can't quiet down our mind. We get stressed out, and we're just, in order to focus on one thing, you have to tune everything else out. And if you feel like you're overwhelmed or too busy, it's difficult to tune everything else out. So the mind won't stop racing and racing, right? Too many distractions, too much noise, internal, external noise. That's another thing. Um, some people just don't stick with it enough to feel like there's enough benefits. And what's the point of meditating? That's why I wanted to share with you that it is it's a time when you can release all of those internal beliefs because that's one of the huge benefits of meditation and the healing. There's great benefits, but we can get discouraged and be like, what's the point? This is too hard, right? And also, yeah, getting discouraged or feeling like this isn't working for me. It's just not working. So I want you to think about, learning to play piano or learning to play golf. Imagine you're learning to play this and you try 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times. And you're like, oh man, I can't golf. I just can't do it. I can't play piano. I've tried, I failed. But as we all know, things like piano and golf, they take practice, a lot of practice. And meditation takes some practice too. I had a really hard time learning to meditate until I had a process done on me called the reconnection. When I got the reconnection done by a friend, it's a hands off, somebody works on your field. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, I'm in this amazing place. I'm floating in bliss and I feel peace and love, and everything in the external world has disappeared. And I'm like, oh, that's meditation. Oh my gosh, I want to do this every day. It feels so incredible to get to the place where your mind quiets down. It feels amazing because there's this wonderful feeling inside of our bodies if we can take away our thoughts. So she taught me what to do to meditate. I'm going to share some ideas with you today. But I tell you what, the main thing that I noticed was that I couldn't really do it until I had that process done. And I don't want anyone to feel like you have to have a process done in order to meditate, but I didn't know what I was trying to feel, right? I didn't know once I felt what it was like to let my mind go through someone else working on me, and it took 4 sessions. Then I was like, oh, I know what I'm trying to achieve, and I know how to, now I know a way to get there. So please chime in if you guys have had good experiences meditating, or you know, let's check in with everybody and see who's here. Okay, Sandy's here. Hi, Sandy. She said, okay, so Sandy's one of my clients that's had migraines daily. When we met, she had daily migraines every single day. Oh gosh, so sorry, Sandy. And now Sandy just said she's only had one migraine this whole month and she's living her best life. Oh, thank you, Sandy. She's giving me credit, but I tell all of my clients that I don't do anything except provide the information, really. And you guys have, it's up to us to heal our own bodies. So I just, I just help Sandy know what to do. Narda's here from Sun Valley. So meditation. Sherry says she finds it difficult to make time to meditate, so she doesn't do it often enough to get the benefits. Okay, so let's talk about the best time to meditate before I go on to the other comments. The best time to meditate is right when you wake up or right when you go to bed. So let's talk about this is beta. Like our eyes are open, our brain is active, and we're in beta, right? And to meditate, you have to get into theta or alpha or data. I mean, delta. What happened to me? So we're in beta. This is eyes open and awake, and we need to bring it down. Okay. So the only way to do that, the only way to bring it down is to, calm down our brain. And what happens in the morning and the night as we wake up and we fall asleep, our brain automatically does that. So before we look at our cell phone in the morning, because most people do, before we do that, our brain is in a theta or alpha state, and we just have that opportunity. We wake up and don't move. Just meditate right then. 5 minutes. It'll just change your whole day. Okay, so that's one option. Then right before you go to bed, just go to bed 10, 15 minutes earlier. And as you start to fall into that zone where it's just before sleep, you can meditate right there and just clear your mind so you have better sleep. Those are two of the times to really easily make time for sleep is 5 minutes when you wake up, 5 to 15 minutes when you go to bed. Pretty soon you'll be like, I just want to lay here and meditate for days and hours. Yeah, because it's so fun. Okay, and then my thing is acting really weird. Um, so all these things are popping up and I have to try to get to the comments. Sorry about that. Ugh. All right. And Shelley gave us the nice peace sign because meditating gives us a lot of peace and comfort, right? And then, oh, my computer's not usually doing this. I don't know what is going on. Okay, there we go. So Sandy said she's come to understand that her mind has a mind of its own. I love that comment. Thank you. And so it's learning to allow herself to be present and not worry about her mind going all over the place. Just bringing herself back to present. And it's exactly true. So we'll be laying there, or sitting, and the mind goes over here, and you just go, "Psh," bring it back. You have to recognize when the mind goes crazy, and then you just bring it back to the present moment, goes away, bring it back to the present moment. And that's the practice. That's the practice, right? Is just coming back to the moment and relaxing the thoughts in the brain. So Narda is doing her morning meditations, which is awesome. That's her favorite time to meditate. And how long do you meditate in the morning, Narda? What is your length of your meditation? Um, Thank you for the nice comment, Sandy. She's mentioned that I do provide support to my migraine clients and my migraine community, and that's what I love to do. I love to provide support. And so, anybody here who's listening who hasn't chimed in, if you need a migraine coach, I'm your gal. I love doing what I do, and I love helping people get well. So, I have all kinds of resources for you, and I'll just mention that right at the end. So Narda does it when she wakes up. She gets tea and she sits to meditate before turning on any devices for 20 minutes. Yeah, that is excellent self-care. We need to have a practice like that where we have a routine and we make ourselves more important than whatever messages are on our phone, whatever emails are on our phone. We're more important than that. Our body, our health is so much more valuable than whatever emergency seems to be calling us to our phone. So I love that. She does that every morning. All right. So now let's go on. So we know it can be difficult because there is so many distractions in today's society. But let's talk about what all the benefits are for meditation. Okay. Reducing stress. Huge. Huge one is reducing stress, controlling anxiety, promoting emotional well-being, enhancing self-awareness. So concentration, it helps with concentration, preventing aging of the brain. How many of you guys, just give me a big thumbs up if you just want to prevent aging of the brain and memory loss, because meditation helps the brain heal itself. So that's an excellent way to protect our brain. It generates kindness because we're more calm and less anxious. It can help with addictions, improve sleep, control pain, and increase your blood pressure or decrease your blood pressure. And it's accessible anywhere, right? We can do meditation anywhere. So I was doing a little meditation right before I started this Facebook Live because I have a muscle right in the right side of my back that's going like this today. And so I did a meditation where all I do, and this is one of my favorite ways to meditate. What I did was I lie down for my meditations and I put all of my focused awareness. I focused on that muscle and just put my awareness right there. I felt the sensations of it and the pain. So I want everyone to try this with me really quickly. Let's do a quick exercise where you pick one part of your body, whatever is kind of noisy, making a little noise or a little bit loud, or something where you can feel it really well, something where you can feel a sensation or a pain or something. Pick that part of your body, close your eyes, just do this with me, and feel it. Just notice that area. Feel, how's it feel? What are the sensations I get there? And then just be really present with that sensation. What is that sensation telling me? Or why does it need my attention? And what that does is it brings blood flow to the area that you're concentrating on. And what does blood flow do? Blood flow is healing. It helps to heal. So my favorite way to meditate is I concentrate on my body. on my body sensations. And one of the reasons I do that is because it feels so good. When I can get out of my head and put my focused awareness anywhere on my body, oh, it just feels so rejuvenating. And I can feel sometimes like when that tight muscle, when I meditated on it today, it the blood went in there and it released the muscle, and it felt like when your arm falls asleep and all of a sudden the blood rushes in there, I could feel that sensation. Yeah. So try this as one of your meditation practices. Just at night or in the morning, just feel your body. Be tuned in. What does your body feel like? Because if you get all the way in where you're fully present with your body, it feels really good. Okay, I got to check out all these comments. Okay, oh, I like this. Narda says she invites in her spirit guides, acting in her highest interest, to join her in her meditation. She asks them to guide her, and she listens for guidance. I love that so much. I get all kinds of guidance in my meditation. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, this is some of where we can get, we don't have our noise in our head blocking us from receiving what we need to receive. So it's a great way to just open up to receive whatever is out there for us. Thank you, Narda. That's a great one to share. Shelley, self-care to fill us up to be able to give throughout the day to others. Yes, we need it. I love that so much. It's so beautiful. I love you guys sharing these beautiful messages, because when we are filled up, then we have the energy to help others. But if we're drained because we haven't taken care of ourselves at all, then what good are we to our family or our friends or our boss if we are not taking good care of ourselves? We have to have the energy to give, and we have to take care of ourselves in order to have that energy. Thank you, Shelley, for sharing that. And all right, let's see. Sandy says she meditates for a short time regularly throughout the day to control when she feels anxiety, as well as long sessions in the morning. Beautiful. So I'm so glad she brought this up, because people don't realize that a huge contributor to anxiety, probably the number one contributor to anxiety, is that we are breathing shallow. So if you try this right now on your own, you can just go. If you do that long enough, you're going to feel anxious no matter what. Just breathing shallow. And we don't notice we're breathing shallow throughout the day because we're on the computer or we're driving or we're thinking too much, and then we start breathing really shallow and everything gets tensed up and we get into fight or flight and we don't even realize it. So when we meditate, we bring our awareness into belly breathe and breathe long, short, slow, long, deep, slow breaths. And that shifts us out of anxiety. So bringing that awareness in can really transform anxiety. And we get anxious just because there's so much going on and we're so distracted from our body that we breathe shallow and our thoughts are racing. That's the main thing that's causing anxiety today. All right. So any other comments? No, that's all the comments. So let's talk about the different types of meditation. Let me check my time here. Okay, we have just a few minutes to talk about the different types of meditation. Okay, so there is Zen meditation. That's where you're sitting upright. You might hold a mudra and focus on your breath and just be there. Okay, so that's a nice one, because as you focus on your breath, I think it feels really nice. It's like focusing on your body. I still like focusing on my sensations. Transcendental meditation is where you're repeating a mantra. So it's easier. A lot of people use this because it's not as difficult to get distracted because your mind is so busy repeating this mantra. It's harder it kind of forces the mind to not wander. And after a while, it just becomes just, I don't know how to explain it, but it just becomes almost like nothing else is there. Everything else disappears. Okay, pranayama. Yeah, pranayama is the practice of breath regulation. There's inhale, exhale, holding your breath. I like to hold my breath when I'm doing breathing exercises and meditation on the inhale and the exhale, because what happens after a few minutes is the body starts to pick up the breath. I don't know how to explain that very well, but like you'll be breathing and it's very forced or very conscious breathing. And after you relax enough by pausing, pretty soon the body just goes, just picks it up, and it's a more relaxed breath than we can do consciously. So the pauses I think are great. Yoga meditation. So Kundalini is aimed at strengthening the nervous system, and a lot of when you get into yoga and you can do your practice where you're really focused on your poses and you kind of know them. You can be very present with meditating with your yogic practice. Vipassana is one that invites you to concentrate intensely um, and examine your intentions. Okay. Sound bath meditation. Those are so nice. Sound baths. Right. Give me a thumbs up if you like sound baths. I love them. They play these beautiful bowls and this very pure tones, and it helps you just float away. And those sounds help kind of regulate these frequencies that are in our brain, kind of tune our body in to that frequency of that pure note, and it's very soothing to the nervous system. And then Qigong, there's beautiful meditations with Qigong we can do. I love Qigong. So let's see. I'm going to give you some tips on how to improve your meditations. And these are going to sound funny, but I think these are very helpful. So, one, don't have any expectations. When you sit down to meditate, you're not, you know, it if you are expecting a certain result, your brain can still get in the way. I know we all want a certain result from meditation, but if we sit down with no judgment and no expectation, then we won't be in our own way. And then if you're having a lot of difficulty, you might use a practitioner to help train you, or um, like I did, somebody worked on me, or somebody who's deep in meditation, and they can be there with you so that you can feel that frequency of it. There's some practices that can help with that. I find that group practices where you go to a group and everyone's going to meditate, or you go to a retreat and everyone's meditating. I find those more difficult for me actually, because um, I'm distracted by all the people that are there and all their energy, and so I find if you can be with one practitioner or just alone, I find that easier. But do what works for you. And then lastly, practice, practice, practice. Just like playing piano or golf or whatever, you have to practice and you just get better at it with time. Okay, don't want to miss any comments. Okay, so Shelly is sharing that going through menopause and losing hormones caused a lot more anxiety for her. Yeah, that's true. Meditation's like doing Reiki on yourself. A nice warm hug. You guys are amazing. I love that you share all this stuff with me. Thank you so much. Now I feel filled up from all of these wonderful, beautiful comments. So Sandy mentioned there are apps that can help with music or guiding. She uses Insight Timer. Okay, that's good to know. Insight Timer is one that she likes. Yeah, there are some great apps, and those are a lot of times guided meditations. So that kind of is a good. What's nice about guided meditations, if you're newer at meditating, is that it can help your mind have something to follow, so it doesn't get so distracted because it's following along the guides you into deeper meditation. And sometimes it can really help you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Even if you're used to practicing meditation, sometimes those guides can help you improve your practice. Sherry likes mantra meditation because it helps her to focus, because otherwise she says she's having trouble focusing. Awesome. Okay. I don't even know. Can you guys see each other's comments? Because when this video plays as a repeat, nobody can see the comments. I mean, I don't know how they do that. But anyway, I love sharing the comments and sharing this time with all of you. So I just want to let you know that for those of you who have migraines, I'm going to have down below actually a test. It's not done yet, but um, I'm going to have it there within a week. This test on anxiety, actually. And if you know whether or not you have a little bit of anxiety, a lot of anxiety, so that test will be in the link below. And if you have migraines, I'm here to help. I really am here to help you get better. That I'm here to support the migraine community. I'm here to coach those who need coached. I have online programs and online um, Facebook Live and YouTube channel and so many supportive material because there is a way out of migraines, and I want everyone to know that. I appreciate my clients who are doing well, who show up here sometimes, and it's just so fulfilling to me to get to make people feel better. It's amazing. Oh yeah, so Sandy shared she has a weekly meditation that she does on a weekly basis where the person does guide her through meditation after the yoga. That is a great way to kind of entrain ourselves. Good job. Good comment. Um, all right. Well, I'm glad you guys can see each other's comments, and it's so fun to interact with all of you. I hope that you will try to integrate meditation on a regular basis. Morning and night is a great time, or just morning or night. You don't have to do it twice a day if you don't want to. And I'm just here to love and support on all of you. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. We'll have another great topic for you. Mwah. Have a great day. Bye.